Hey folks, as promised, said I'd give you a tour of the acreage a little bit here once it got nice and it wasn't windy, so give you a quick walk through the area and show you a few of the things we have. Well, here's a view of the place from the road. You can see our address sign. It's facing south paved road, and then north there going towards St. Paul. You can kind of see what we have here, the house over there. And the green building is the airplane hangar, which is going to be a garage. And then there's the garage with my company truck, piece of crap parked there, and then the barn. And if you look that way towards that tree line is where our property ends on that side, on the north side, and then can't really see on this side, but just past that, it's past that tall stand of trees there is where it ends on the south side. I'll walk you down. First we'll take a quick look at the garage since it's open, and then we'll check out the other buildings. Here's a quick view of the outside of the garage. Have to excuse the mess, still in move-in mode and so on as I'm doing renovations, but you can see it's an old building, steel siding. It's in pretty good shape. It needs a bit of work on the outside and some paint and so on. Shingles are in good shape, and that up here is the attic door. I haven't opened it up yet because I'm scared to open the door because it's kind of the slides that are in rough shape, so I think it's going to be open it once and then repair it all, and I'm not prepared to do that yet, so curious to see what's in there. See a bit of a goofy outside plug-in with gonna have to I'll replace all that, fix it properly. And then there's this cable goes straight into the ground, and I am baffled. I don't know what that's for, but I have to figure that out down the road. I'll take you and show you inside here. Say, have to excuse the mess, and hopefully it's light enough. Can't really see, but it needs some work. It's gonna be there's the toolbox, an old workbench, sub panel, and some lighting and so on. I'll maybe open this door and it'll be easier to see in here. Let a little bit more light in anyway. So far, because I haven't had much chance to work in here, but it's one thing I've added is a 60-gallon air compressor. Replace the smaller one I had, a little more capacity, quite a bit more capacity. The hose reel, and see a bunch of junk and that in here. This corner had a old cabinet and that these guys was using as a parts washer, but it was pretty gnarly, so I tore all that out. And here's a big nasty 3-barrel wood burning stove, which I'm sure will heat this without much issue at all. I may even downsize it a bit, but we'll see how it goes this winter. And there's some actually some cool old school lockers. I don't like where they're at, but I'm definitely going to keep them because I think it's kind of funky. And there's a shelf in this corner, which I'll probably tear out at some point because I'm going to gut this whole thing and redo the walls, because it's pretty gnarly. If you look up at the ceiling and all that, I don't know if you can see in the video, it's rough, nasty. I don't know, it's some sort of hardboard, but here you can see there's enough light. Chain that goes up into the attic. I'm assuming he had a hoist of some sort on there, but have to get up there and see how well secured it is. So that's the garage in a nutshell. It's going to be more of like a mechanic, welding, metalworking kind of area once I get it all sorted out. We'll see how far I get this year. I'll take you to the barn next. Now we'll take a look in this nasty thingness of a barn. Might not be enough light in here to see, but she's pretty rough. You can see in here it's just wet, soft ground. There's some timbers in here that I don't know what the point was of that, but I'm gonna bring a bunch of gravel in here and gravel the whole floor so that it can be of some use, maybe some parking or some working on the truck or whatever, because the truck will never fit into the garage. But it's a pretty sound structure for the most part. It's fairly solid. I don't see any major weaknesses in the structure at all. But as you can see, it's walled in on both sides, and take you into each side and you can see what's in here. Okay, I got the lights on. You can kind of see what I'm dealing with here. A lot of work. The concrete is pretty rough. Some of it's solid, but I think what I'll have to do is I'll have to, in lieu of actually breaking the whole works up and repouring it, because that's going to be pretty costly, I think I'll just try to repair what I can and live with it. You can actually see light coming in there, so repair all the cracks, keep it from degrading anymore, and work with it. And so what I think I'm going to do, though it's hard to tell, I might have to shore it up because that's a retaining that's load bearing wall along here, but I'm going to cut out these walls here and open this whole area up on each side. So you can see, like, the walls, they're pretty good shape. Can work with them. These ones are kind of rough and kind of a Mickey Mouse door opening, which I'll probably fix. There's some really rough lumber, but that's what I got to work with. You can see all this scrap in here. It's going to be a lot of work cleaning it all out, but it's too bad there wasn't a scrap metal place around here that could haul all this stuff away. So there's more of the same, just junk and more junk. It's going to be a lot of trips to the dump, but we'll get her sorted out. You can see more of the cracked floor, but this side's actually a little more workable than the other ones. So, and the plan I think for this side is I'm going to turn it, because this side of the floor is in better shape once I repair it all. I think this will make a good woodworking shop. Keep my woodworking separate from the other stuff, just so it's easier to do, and then close all this in and insulate it part way or somehow, and heat it so I can work in here in the wintertime. I'll go show you the other side after I go. I'll just go shut this light off and we'll go to the other side and look. More junk. Have to pick through all this. Whoever had this last had created a lot, or collected a lot of stuff, so I'm not sure what this openings here are. Maybe there was windows or something, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put a couple, scavenge some old windows and put a couple windows in here. Oh, there's a bird nest up there. There's probably going to be swallows in here. And it's more of the same. Some doors, another opening there that was closed off, and interesting old homebrew kind of radio system. Be curious to see if that still works. And then more junk. There's a couple neat things here, that some big electric motors and whatnot. Some of it there's tranny and a bunch more electric motors, old camp stove. Most of it's going to go to the dump. I might keep this thing, see, maybe get it running. It's kind of a neat little kickstart motor. See if that one works and revive it, do a video of that. And the other neat thing I found in here, back on the other side, is I'd actually take these and clean them up. Some nifty old lights. You can see there. It's actually a landing light, so I bet you that sucker is bright. I'm not sure if it's 120 volt, be able to tell from the bulb, but that might make some good shop lights over the bench in my other garage. Guy must have been saving this heater from something, but some mirrors and more of the same. Alright, open up the airplane hangar and you can kind of see what's in here. Not much to see. This is gonna be my garage, I think, because it's not the most weather tight, but it's good storage. Yeah, you can see we've got it needs a lot of work too, but it's not even quite weather tight. You can kind of see the gaps and holes. I've secured the back doors to keep them from getting open. But another bird nest up there, and so yeah, made this platform to store stuff until we can get the house done and get it all moved in and see more trips to the dump. This is going to be more of a summer area to work in, and just say toy storage and so on. Now you can see there's an old tractor that was left here now. the old owner of the house, said he was going to come get it. He didn't really want to negotiate. It's an old Cockshut 30. It's actually Co-op brand. But show you here. The neighbor says it runs really good, but figured I'd buy it for get a good price on it. But the guy didn't want to negotiate, so there was nothing in the contract stating he was taking it or leaving it or whatnot. So legally, it's mine anyway. So I might give him till the end of May to contact me to come get it. Otherwise, it's ours. So yeah, not much else to see, but say this will be more storage. Get some more gravel in here for the floor and whatnot, and maybe close in. You can see these cinder blocks are all kind of open, so what I might do is buy some pressure treated plywood and cut it down, put it on the inside, and screw it with some concrete screws right to the cinder blocks to keep some of the wind out. Try to do something on the bottom of the door to, or maybe the gravel will build it up to keep the draft out. But store the trailer and maybe the car or whatever in here in the winter time, and call it good. So last thing I'll do is I'll just take you up to the house, to the outside, after I lock up the airplane hangar. Yeah, I'll just head up to the house and show you. It's kind of a scrap wood pile, so we get a fire pit, burn some of that even if it's got paint on it. This old rickety shed, I think I don't know if it'll last, but it needs good fixing up. Whether it's worth it or not, I don't know. See a whole bunch of chemicals I'm going to have to get rid of, and containers of oils. These cans I'll probably keep, make good fuel cans. I wanted to stick one on the back of the Jeep, but wife won't let me. I think it would look kind of neat, cleaned up and painted red, but yeah, we'll see. And I think that's the sewer pump out that mound over there, and a lot of old grass here that I gotta pick up. Got a lawn sweep on the tractor, but the grass is just too much for it. Might have to do something manually. So this antenna, you could tell it was like a ham operator or something, but that's got to go. I'll probably just keep the lower leg of it and have that for the satellite dish. This here, they had to dig up for the sewer line, runs all the way back. We fill that in and smooth it out. And some bird houses and whatnot, and some cedar. I think those are cedar that need to be trimmed back. Not sure. I'll have to take a look, see what that pipe is. I'm not sure what's coming out of there. That's the where the telephone comes in, and so on, and yeah. And then you can see that stand of trees back there. I think where the property ends.